Welcome back to episode 4 of the series. We're in 2027. Let's meet the team. Sophomore for the future. McCoy. Yeah, great year by him. Sophomore Allen and Coiler are the running backs. Quinn, a junior. McLeod is a senior. Griffin is a sophomore. And Gross is a senior. And we have quite a few freshmen that are getting their names recognized. Tight end. The junior Weasley. Offensive line. McIntosh, Wellesley, Lowry, Brown, Ferguson are all the starting lineup for this team this year. Kicker, there's a junior in Thompson. They also got Fox, a kicker, who's a freshman. Defensive line, senior Warner, Baldwin is a junior. Strong is a sophomore. And Ward, who is a freshman. Let's meet the linebackers. Walters is a senior. Sampson is a junior. Mathis is a freshman. And they don't have another linebacker. Linebacker is probably one of their weakest positions. And now let's meet the cornerbacks. Carpenter, who's a junior. Mazzy, who's a senior. Woodard, who's also a junior. In safety will be Petty, and then Rose, who's another outstanding freshman. This team gonna be great in the future, I think. Three, they're taking on Michigan. But they're out with their big tight end, Andy McCoy. They lose to Kansas. And McCoy is out, and they're making it to the big game, but Nikhil Weasley, the tight end, is out for a big portion of the year. And another Big Ten champion. They are now marking that. Now they win another big day for them. They're 12-1. And this is another year that they've went 12-1. They're right now ranked number 5 at 12-1 here in 2027. McCoy for Penn State has had a great legacy at Penn State. They're ranked 4th in the nation, taking on a really good team, and they are now in the national championship. We're playing Florida. And they won it all. Penn State are national champions. In 2027, McCoy cannot believe what he's witnessed. Number 1 in the land. This was a great team for Penn State. And they also are Big Ten champs once again. In 3 years, 2-time Big Ten champs. And a 1-time NCAA champion. Took them till 2027 to figure it all out. 8 years here in Penn State. 7 years in Penn State, and he wins his first national championship. Andy McCoy, I really think is going to be great. And this was not a great team on paper. Andy McCoy, Warner is the 10th overall selection going to Miami. Wow. Brad Mazzy and Jordan Petty get drafted, both huge players. And, of course, we're going to go down the board to see if any other big namers were selected. Willie Carpenter, the junior from Penn State. And Corner Walters from Penn State, the linebacker. Getting their names called, respectively. Andy McCoy, 10-3 to 14-1, and Ray McLeod, a top player, wide receiver. I cannot wait where Andy McCoy will maybe go. This is just a great team, and I think they can be pretty good. Andy McCoy might be the best quarterback Penn State's ever had. Trent McIntosh, of course, was here. This is the Andy McCoy era. This era will never be forgotten, I would say. Going 10-3 and then 14-1 in his second year, winning the only national championship under this coach's belt. This is a great team here in Penn State. Champions in 2027. Ray McLeod going to the Chiefs was the main target for this Andy McCoy. They really like their MC quarterbacks. Everyone was comparing him to Trent McIntosh when he came to the university, and he's done better than Trent in his first 2 years. I think Ray McLeod gotta remember this for his career. And we're gonna look at, wow, McCoy, his junior year might be his year he gets drafted. He is just putting so much work in. Wide receivers, tight end. Yes, they definitely need tight ends. And defensive line is a crucial position this year. A lot of guys left. And they're going to bring in another great offensive, I think. They're going to get a linebacker. No quarterback. Quarterback, there's not going after a quarterback this year. I think they're going to go heavily after the cornerback needs. A wide receiver, they need one of those. They need another defensive lineman. Strong safety, they need. And they're going to take another tight end. And they're going to take another cornerback. And they're going to take another offensive lineman. And they're going to take another linebacker. And that will be it. Penn State finishes third, and Joseph Nykun. This is a great team once again, Penn State. And Alec Allen cannot stay healthy. And they're 5-0. 6-0. Andy McCoy. Uh-oh. Penn State. Another great year from Andy McCoy. 2027. champions 2028. But a lot of injuries. They're currently, Penn State is 13-0 currently. McCoy, Big Ten champs. And they end up getting killed by Utah. McCoy. I can make a hand. His first year. He's won the Big Ten championship 3 years he's been here. He's won it 2 Big Ten champions. He is probably the most successful quarterback out of the Penn State for a long time. And it's just a great year from him. And Clint Stevenson not going to come here. Penn State. McCoy. Maybe. McCoy gets drafted by the Steelers. In 2028. Left a legacy in Penn State that no other quarterback has done since. He's obviously the best. And the Steelers end up with quarterback Andy McCoy. He was only here for 3 years. And he led this team. And these are the induction. Andy McCoy. Trent McIntosh was another guy, but McIntosh and McCoy. McIntosh, 2024, was, so, let's say he was here from 22, 21, 9-4. McIntosh graduated in 24. So 9-4. That's 17-9 plus 29-10 here in Penn State. Trent McIntosh went 29-10. There has been no other players since Trent McIntosh that have even came close besides Andy McCoy. Both quarterbacks. Andy McCoy making the Hall of Fame. Damian Baldwin. Mark McIntosh. Trey Sampson. Bob Wellesley. Denzel Thompson, Alec Allen, joining his other teammates, Tom Woodard, Kevin Quinn, Alec Allen and McCoy both joining each other. That was Andy McCoy's final year. I'll be getting that recruit. And they need a quarterback badly. Joe Parks, 6'2". Joe Park, gonna be leading the team. Safeties, they're getting Kingsley McCaleb and Trey Bullock. They need a corner badly. Linebacker, they're going after. What's their weakest? They're just asking for depth, really. Defensive line, they're going after a couple of great defensive line players. Oh. Sixth best recruiting class in the nation. That is where this team. Let's meet the roster. Parks getting the starting. Chad Kohler, senior. Vincent Lawson is a freshman. The running back is one of the weaker positions. Let's meet the wide receivers. Senior Rob Griffin, Alan Southern, Calvin Caldwell, and Andy Ramsey. Calvin Caldwell making another start at tight end. Sophomore Garth Atkinson. Let's meet the offensive lineman. Senior Marquise Brown. Senior Larry Lowry. Junior Brian Fregerson. Junior Jim Hancock. Freshman Darian Coleman. Kicker, sophomore Nico Cox. E.J. Ward. Brian Strong. James Norton. E.J. Ward is a junior. Brian Strong is a senior. James Norton is a senior. Robert Smart is a freshman. Now let's looking at the linebacker core. K.J. Mathis. That name is going to be a name a lot of people will remember here. Dion Curry, sophomore, and freshman Preston Baldwin on the starters. Now let's meet the cornerbacks. Junior Vernon Rutledge, sophomore Joseph Nagoon, and sophomore Lamar Thompson. And right behind him is Melvin Meyer, the freshman. Let's meet the safeties. Junior Russell Rose and sophomore Eric Stewart. Let's start the season off with a bang versus NC State, and they win over them, and they win over Minnesota, and they went over New Jersey, and they went over Michigan State, and they went over Illinois, and they lose. Joe Parks loses to Iowa. Bounce back win, and Russ Rose. This is bad. Parks is down as well. Myler. Everyone projected them to have not a bad performance by all means, but a step down from a McCoy era. This era could be a step down. This is the final year. Now we're going to show you in this one. McCoy. Yeah, 2029 Penn State was not like last year's. But Chad Kohler. Obviously going to be guy that no one will forget. It's Chad Kohler. And we're playing the Polyester Bowl versus number 14, Missouri. And we win, of course. Park goes down. Is Parks the future of the program? No, I do not think Parks is the future of the program. Joe Parks goes down. This could be a huge injury. And this was a step down. James Dorton, first round pick. Brian Strong, second round pick. Yeah, there's already going to be one more year. Larry Lauer, third round pick. Chad Cooler goes in the fourth round. And that's everybody that got drafted. Now let's say this. Penn State, of course, you know, we're going to go to the recruiting section. And I've been heard, oh, wait, shoot. They're going after running back and, especially running back and I think, do they want a wide receiver? And do they want a linebacker? Do we need a linebacker? The linebacker, oh, shit. Defensive line needs one. We're going to get one offensive lineman. And who else needs positions? Wide receiver needs one more. We're going to go after him. Because Brad Ferguson, the future of this team, I mean, we're going to look at a roster, and Joe Parks is not going to be the starter this year. He is getting benched behind Andrew Ferguson. Is this another Andy McCoy era in 2030? Is this another great running back in Joe Nance? And will this Tyrone Colbert be another big selection? Or will John Franklin be a great pickup here in 2030? By far the best recruiting Penn State might have ever had. And we're going to go over the offensive line. We're going to redshirt. Joe Parks is going to get redshirted. Running back. It's going to get redshirted. Wide receiver. They don't have that great of a wide receiver. Tight ends. This is Atkins, maybe last year. See, this is your lineup. Starting at quarterback over Joe Parks is Andrew Ferguson. Starting at running back are Joe Nance and Vincent Lawson. At wide receivers, oh wait, my bad. Andrew's a freshman. The last freshman quarterback that Penn State had won then the national championship, and that was in the McCoy era. Andrew Ferguson could be the first big name. Joe Nance is a freshman as well. And Vincent Lawson is the backup as a sophomore. The juniors, three junior. These are all juniors. Alan Sutherland is a junior wide receiver. Calvin Calloway is a junior. And Andy Ramsey is a junior. Tyrone Gilbert going to be good. Junior is Garth Atkinson. Senior Brian Ferguson on the offensive line. Darren Coleman, offensive line. Jim Hancock, offensive line. Brian Bernard, offensive line. Ferguson is a senior. Coleman's a sophomore. Hancock's a senior. Bernard is a junior. And Eric McKnight is a freshman. Rounding out the kicker, junior Nico Cox. Moving on to the defensive line. That's E.J. Ward. 96 as a senior. Sophomore, Robert Smart. Freshman, Wyatt Neal, and freshman Colton Marks making it off. Moving on to the linebackers, senior KJ Mathis, junior Deion Curry, freshman John Franklin, and behind him is Preston Baldwin, the sophomore. Let's move on to the cornerbacks. Well loaded. Senior Vernon Rutledge, junior Joseph Nagoon, and junior Lamar Simpson. We got 2 sophomores under those guys. At safeties, seniors. Tyree Bullock going to be up there as well. He's going to be starting next year. Russell Rouse is a senior. And Eric Stewart is a junior. I'm going to go to the home and hopefully we get success from Andrew. And KJ is injury prone a lot this year. Oh no, they lose to Nebraska. And they lose another crucial player. This year is going to go downhill, I think. 11 and wide. They somehow win it all this year with all these injuries. 12 and 1. Charlie Gaines. Penn State, another chance at playoffs. Here in 2030. They're finishing 4th this year. Or will they go all the way? This era under Penn State's belt. 12 and 1. They go after another freshman quarterback. And in their 3rd year, they win the Big Ten. First year with a freshman quarterback. This could be another big-time player. Big Ten champs. And they get eliminated by Georgia by 2. I think Andrew Ferguson is the man. So long. Have a good day. See you in the next episode. Andrew Ferguson, gonna be getting a lot of talks about him. This team had just a great year, came to an end. Like every good thing will have to come to an end, sadly. And E.J. Ward gets drafted 8th overall. Russell Rose gets drafted by Pittsburgh. Brian Ferguson gets drafted by Dallas. Vernon Rutledge gets drafted by the Patriots. See you the next one. So long. Goodbye. Have a great day.